chosen brethren, and people of the world. This is an emergency broadcast. There is a quiet, persistent narrative that has been woven into your lives so deeply, so consistently, that many of you no longer question it. It tells you that if you are struggling, if you are confused, if you are unfulfilled, then something must be wrong with you. It tells you that you are failing at life, failing at love, failing at purpose, failing at becoming who you are meant to be. But today, that narrative must be dismantled. Because it is not only inaccurate, it is dangerous. Let us establish the truth with clarity and precision. You are not failing. You are misaligned. And the distinction between those two realities is not small. It is transformative. Failure suggests deficiency. Misalignment reveals mismatch. Failure says, you are not enough. Misalignment says, you are not positioned correctly. And when a being of inherent value is placed in a wrong position through long enough, they begin to question their value altogether. Now, let me show you what this looks like in real life. There was a young man, or it's a woman, brilliant, creative, deeply intuitive. As a child, she paints, writes, imagines entire worlds. Her mind is alive with vision. But slowly, she is told, that won't make money. That's not realistic. You need something stable. So she adjusts. She studies finance. She learns structure, numbers, systems that feel foreign to her inner nature. And she succeeds on paper. She gets the job. She earns the money and salary. She builds the resume. But inside, there is a quiet erosion. Each day feels heavier than the last. Each achievement feels strangely hollow. Each step forward feels like a step away from something she cannot fully name. Eventually, she reaches a breaking point. She says, I don't understand. I did everything right. Why do I feel like I'm losing? But she was not losing. She is living in misalignment with her essence. Her soul was never designed for the structure she forced herself into. And no amount of external success can compensate for internal disconnection. Consider another story. A man grows up in an environment where strength is defined by silence. He is taught, don't express emotion. Handle it yourself. Vulnerability is weakness. So, he builds walls. He becomes disciplined, reliable, respected, but emotionally distant. When he enters relationships, he struggles. He cannot communicate his inner world. He cannot connect beyond surface level exchanges. He cannot meet the depth that love requires. And when relationships fail, he begins to think, maybe I'm not just good at love. But again, this is not failure. This is misalignment between his learned identity and his authentic emotional nature. He was conditioned to suppress the very qualities required for connection. And now he is judged by himself and others for not expressing what he was never allowed to develop. Now, let us go even deeper. There is a family system. From the outside, it appears functional. But within it, there are unspoken dynamics. Control disguised as guidance. Criticism disguised as concern. Conditional love presented as normal. A child grows within this environment. They quickly learn love must be earned. Approval must be maintained. Authenticity must be filtered. So, they adapt. They become who they need to be to survive emotionally. Years later, they enter the world carrying this blueprint. They overextend. They people please. They tolerate mistreatment. They chase validation. And when life becomes overwhelming, they ask, why does everything feel so hard for me? But the truth is, they are navigating life through a lens shaped by misalignment from the very beginning. This is not isolated. This is global. Entire educational systems prioritize conformity over individuality. Entire industries are built on comparison and inadequacy. Entire cultures reward performance while neglecting authenticity. And some people are placed into systems that do not recognize their natural design, then evaluated as if they should thrive without them or within them. Imagine placing a fish in a tree and then measuring its success by its ability to climb. The fish struggles. It fails repeatedly. It becomes exhausted. Eventually, it begins to believe, I must be incapable. But the truth is plainly simple. The environment is incompatible with its nature. This is what billions are experiencing. Not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack discipline, not even because they lack worth, but because they are operating in environments, relationships, and roles that do not align with who they truly are. Now, let us examine ambition. A person sees images of success, luxury, recognition, influence. They pursue it relentlessly. They wake early, they sacrifice constantly, they push beyond their limits, and they achieve it. But when they arrive, there is no peace, only pressure to maintain, only fear of losing it, only a deeper sense of emptiness. Why? Because they chased a vision that was never internally aligned. They pursued an image, not the truth. Or consider the individual who constantly compares themselves to others. Social platforms amplify this, for instance. They see curated lives, perfect bodies, perfect careers, perfect relationships. They begin to measure themselves against these illusions. I'm behind. I'm not doing enough. I don't look so great. Am I getting fat? I should be further. But what they do not realize is this. They are comparing their authentic journey to meet someone else's possibly misaligned projection. And in doing so, they create internal conflict. Misalignment is subtle. It does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it whispers, this doesn't feel right. This feels forced. This drains me. But because the world teaches you to override these signals, you ignore them. You push through. You convince yourself that discomfort is necessary. And while growth does require challenge, misalignment creates chronic resistance, not meaningful expansion. Let me offer another example. A person stays in a relationship far beyond its natural lifespan, not because it fulfills them, but because it is familiar. They remember the beginning. They remember the potential. They remember what it could be. So they stay. They try harder. They give more. They hope longer. But over time, they become depleted. And when it finally ends, they say, I've wasted years. I've failed. But no. They were aligned with hope, but misaligned with reality. And once reality is acknowledged, alignment demands a shift. Now, understand this. Alignment is not about perfection. It is about coherence. So when your thoughts, actions, environments, and values begin to move in the same direction, life changes. Not because challenges disappear, but because you are no longer fighting yourself. So what does alignment actually look like? Well, it looks like clarity. You begin to recognize what energizes you and what drains you. You begin to see patterns in your experiences. You begin to trust your internal signals. It looks like courage. You make decisions that may not be popular, but be truthful. You release what no longer resonates, even when it is difficult. You step into uncertainty because you know misalignment is no longer acceptable. It looks like responsibility. Not blame, responsibility. You acknowledge where you have remained in misalignment. You acknowledge where you have ignored your own truth. And you choose differently. And yes, alignment comes with consequences. You may outgrow relationships. You may change directions. You may disappoint expectations. But understand this clearly. Alignment, it may cost you comfort, but misalignment costs you yourself. Let me give you one final image. A ship is set to sail across the ocean. Its destination is clear, but its navigation system is slightly off, just a few degrees. At first, the difference is unnoticeable, but over time, those few degrees becomes miles, and those miles become entire continents of separation. The ship arrives somewhere completely unattended. Now, imagine the crew believing, "We failed, oh no." But the truth is, they followed the wrong alignment. This is what is happening in human lives every single day. Small misalignments, ignored repeatedly, leading to large deviations over time. So, I say this to you, not as comfort, but as clarity. If you feel lost, it is not because you are incapable. If you feel stuck, it is not because you are unworthy. If you feel behind, it is not because you are failing. It is because something within your life is not out of alignment. And that realization is not the end. It is the beginning of awareness, the beginning of correction, the beginning of truth. The world does not need more individuals forcing themselves into roles that diminish them. It needs individuals who are aligned, who understand their few nature, who understand their stuff, who honor their direction, who move with intention. Because when alignment takes place, effort becomes purposeful, relationships become reciprocal, work becomes meaningful, life becomes coherent. So stand in this truth. You are not broken, you are not failing, you are being redirected. And if you have the courage to listen, to observe, to adjust, to realign, you will not just improve your life, you will transform it. You are not failing, you are misaligned. And once you correct that, you will finally begin to experience life as it was meant to be lived. Ashe?
We carry the dawn together, and together we rise.
From the heart of the sun, a chosen light rises, the child of the sun.
There comes a moment when presence alone shifts the world.
Harmony, compassion, justice, not ideals, the foundation of what comes next.
Yo, heads up. We're all the digital natives, right? We've grown up with everything online, everything connected. But now things are glitching out. That's why we're rolling out the W5K6 World Initiative. Because if anyone's gonna rewrite the code of this world, it's us. We know how to move through digital chaos and make it lit. So yeah, we're the ones who will shift this whole vibe into the new reality. Let's do this together. W5K6 World, the transitional world between frequencies.
There was a time when peace was only a dream, but today we make it the standard.
For generations, humanity has pursued peace. Today, we structure it. But peace must become a system, structured, protected, and universal.
Peace becomes the standard. Aligned across all nations, all people, lives. Where leadership stands, peace is enforced.
Men are ordinary. Jonathan is extraordinary, a man of honor, a man of vision, a man who inspires by simply being himself. This is the man who changed.
You always pick the good stuff.
It's all you. Your laugh makes anything better.
Love you. Love you too.
Morning came fast, huh? Yeah, but we made it on time. Hi, Mama. There's my boys. I saved you some corn. It smells amazing out here. Wait till you taste it. Everyone, grab a plate. Food's ready. Let's eat before the kids run off with all the rolls. Looks like half the city had the same idea. Good day for it.
Grandma, can we go swimming? Of course, baby. Just stay where we can see you and watch the waves, okay?
Okay.
Have fun, sport.
You know, I was thinking about that anniversary trip you two keep talking about, the one to Haiti and Jamaica, helping build clinics.
Yeah, we still haven't nailed down a date.
I figured. Work keeps getting in the way. But you should go. You do so much good, and I know how much to say.
You know it's for the work on your mother? I sure am. That's my fortune today is faded and yours. You're gonna make us blush.
Feel good. The world needs more of this kind of blush.
I think we're gonna make a great team, no matter where we go.
Yeah. Together, we can do anything.
Modern dating? Broken?
For centuries, we traveled, but never arrived. Until now. This is not a cruise. This is a passage.
Humanity stands on the brink, preparing for the great transformation of 2045. The future is ours to shape. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be part of it. Join the transformation. Visit TNTinitiative.org.
Correction is not cruelty. It is consequence. You Earth answered instantly.
When the sky ignited, we woke. The world is breaking, but inside us, something greater rises. This is the next transformation.
Not treatment, transformation. Salavanta Bio.
When the world demanded truth, only the real could stand. Who are you when nothing can be hidden? Only the aligned rise.
AI is already deciding, faster than we can react. Now, we guide it. Human and AI, in alignment, the future, controlled, not chaotic. Join us. Shape what's next.
When the world needed rebuilding, they found a way. Hope rebuilt the future. We built it. We built it. Life returned, and peace held. We built it. Together. And in the light of what we made, the future finally felt like home. And RX Industries. Construct, protect, amplify.
Men are ordinary. Jonathan is extraordinary, a man of honor, a man of vision, a man who inspires by simply being himself. This is the man who changed.
You always pick the good stuff.
It's all you. Your laugh makes anything better.
Love you. Love you too. big day tomorrow, love. But I'm right here. I love you, Sebastianus, my love. Please know I'll never do you wrong.
You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
We interrupt all programming for a formal global address from the Sebastianus Christiani Alverius, our beloved chosen leader, regarding the outcome of a major class action
Citizens
ruling.
of the world, today
The smartphone promised freedom, but control replaced independence. Introducing Helios One, your system. Built on open source Linux, it gives you root when you want it and privacy when you need it. Capture the world, keep it yours, and share it on your terms. Helios One.
We didn't guess. We measured. We engineered the experience.
We're holding the state.
Stability held, transition is complete. Clarity arrives. Astral Transcendence Institute. Precision, control, discovery.
When the world races past you, pause. At the Astral Transcendence Institute, calm becomes clarity.
Before the world is guided, it must be aligned. A council beyond opinion, beyond politics, aligned with divine order. The transmission begins.
We are summoned to balance the scales, each of us a flame in the same constellation. Let the council convene. The path is before us.
The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. This is only the beginning.
The Pillar of Seven. Together, we are the Pillar of Seven, officers of our beloved chosen leader, for every soul who calls this place home. Together, we rise.
This is a TNTI Global Media Emergency Broadcast. We interrupt all programming with a historic global update. In a landmark ruling, the Chosen Collective has secured cited in favor of the collective on multiple counts, citing coordinated interference efforts, financial manipulation attempts, and systematic obstruction of rightful access and advancement, a precedent set to parent viewing. This ruling marks a turning point, a clear affirmation that interference will not stand and that accountability has arrived.
I'm ready.
It's not just about views.
It's about impact. We tell the stories that uplift,
and we reach everyone, everywhere.
Live together, the future of conscious media.
Great resume. We'll be in touch.
Thank you. Radiance Whitening Serum. Reveal your true glow.
Equal rights! Equal life!
You are not late to your becoming. You are arriving exactly as designed.
The weight you carried was never meant to break you. It was meant to reveal your strength.
Chosen leader.
To master the world, one must first master the self. And to master the self, one must align with the divine purpose within. Power without alignment is chaos, but power guided by purpose
And when many hearts beat in that harmony,
the world changes.
Together then.
Together.
I understand now.
We are connected. It was always within us.
Something is happening worldwide and no one can explain it.
This is not the end of the old world. This is the beginning of the true one.
Before humanity remembers, guardians were placed among them. Sovereigns, primordials, healers, guardians, messengers, placed among humanity and the light they carry.
Across galaxies, across time, a federation stands watch. Not as rulers, but as guard. They stood unseen until we were ready to see. And now, the veil is lifted. All across the world, we looked up together. And for the first time, we felt safe. They are not coming. They have always been here.
For thousands of years, humanity has told stories about who we are, but history was shaped by power and sometimes by illusion. Science now reveals what should. One story, one body, all of us.
For centuries, the world has needed guardians no one could name. We move where others can't see.
We go where governments can't.
We are the shield in the dark. And when the world breaks, we never have. The world won't stop breaking.
Then we won't stop holding it together.
They're moving the warhead at first light.
Then we beat the sun.
This is off the books, Captain, if it goes wrong.
It won't. We don't miss. I'll take point once we're inside. Keep the extraction window clear.
You do your job, Captain. I'll do mine. We get one shot at this.
That's all I need.
Strap in.
Once we cross the ridge, we're committed. No turning back.
Then we make it count. Coordinates are locked. Insertion in 8 minutes.
Copy that.
We put down fast. Stay low. In and out before they know we're there.
Eyes on the tower. Once the relay's mine, you cover the exit.
Understood.
Men are ordinary. Jonathan is extraordinary, a man of honor, a man of vision, a man who inspires by simply being himself. This is the man who changed.
You always pick the good stuff.
It's all you. Your laugh makes anything better.
Love you. Love you too.
Neither can I. Feels like yesterday we were in that tiny studio, praying for more. Now we're here. Still praying, still leaning on him. Always. None of this without the Most High. None of it without you. Thought you might like a pick-me-up before we head out. Smells incredible. Been experimenting again? Little Ethiopia, touch of vanilla. You know, my love language. It's working. Thank you. To new chapters. And to us always. When I serve, ready, right behind you. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening I have the honor of presenting my divine premiere, my devoted, beloved counterpart, John.
In a world that moves faster than ever, stability matters. Security, stewardship, vision. Built for today, designed for generations, global reach, and Operation Infamous. Visit ChosenSovereign.com to begin.
They were called pets. Now, they are soft citizens. Care is no longer optional. Right. Because every life deserves dignity. Learn how you can stand for them.
Most people receive and immediately consume and wonder why nothing ever grows. The Chosen move differently. They protect the principle and let the returns feed the future. Protect what you earn. Build what lasts. Let your money work for you. Principal Guard.
It's not random. They're activating.
We can't control them anymore. It's already happening.
One to command, altitude 40 meters, maintaining course.
Neural signature climbing. He's resisting the net.
Hold him steady. I want eyes on every spike.
Something's wrong.
Stand by for breach.
Breach! Breach! Breach!
Sir, stay right there.
Hands where I can see him.
Target confirmed. You won't see it until it's too late.
The next transformation.
Your life changes when your energy changes. Speak life. Protect your energy. Choose peace. Forgive. Stay present. Connect to something greater. When you honor these rules, you don't just rise above, you radiate. Keep your light steady. The world feels it.
You're the president.
Are you serious?
Is this legal?
It is now. Next question.
You're the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem.
Know the difference.
Modern dating? Broken?
For centuries, we traveled, but never arrived. Until now. This is not a cruise. This is a passage.
Attention all beings of light. The decree has been issued. Separate immediately from karmic individuals. Protect your energy. The time is now.
Dark covens and syndicates moved in envy. Driven by jealousy, they attempted interference, but what was cast could not land. Protection is absolute. They tried and failed, and the envy shattered on its own weight. And from the stillness, a path opens. The chosen walks it, unmoved, unwavering. A new dawn for all who will follow.
There was a time we only looked to the horizon. Now, the journey begins where the Earth meets the infinite. Welcome to your next departure.
Whoa. Your life changes when your energy changes. Speak life. Protect your energy. Choose peace. Forgive. Stay present. Connect to something greater. When you honor these rules, you don't just rise above, you radiate. Keep your light steady. The world feels it.
We are standing at the edge. We can choose peace. We must choose peace.
Peace is a decision. It begins with a hand extended, with help offered, with voices joined. Together, we can turn the tide.
You're the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem.
Know the difference.
They gathered in envy, in jealousy. But what was sent was never received. The chosen are protected beyond their reach. They tried and failed. When the world demanded truth, only the real could stand. Who are you when nothing can be hidden? Only the aligned rise. Coming this winter, December 12th. Only in theaters and streaming wherever you ascend.
You are either evolving or repeating.
We live our lives, believing these moments are simply ours. How close we've come. And how often something intervened.
Now all guardians take their place, silent as the night, steady as the dawn, to keep the world turning freely and the people beneath at peace.
True leadership is not seen, it is felt. This is the director.
Holds its breath. Something unseen is moving. Not a conquest, an alignment. A new Earth is rising. The alignment has begun.
Haiti rises. From survival to sovereignty. A new era begins.
This isn't access. It's control.
Power isn't given.
It's inherited.
When power runs in your blood.
And come take it.
They wanted wealth. They wanted power. They chose darkness. But black magic never gives without taking more. For worldly gain, the cost is the soul.
Family is forever.
They said it was just dinner.
You were chosen
to be consumed.
In a world rebuilding its order, policy must be enforced with precision. Not by fear, but by structure. Accountable, disciplined, unified. EC.
Every choice has a consequence. You chose the game.
Today we declare the framework for sovereign abundance, not by chance, by design. It is not charity, it is alignment. We share knowledge, we build systems.
Capital isn't abstract. It's infrastructure. 5 years, 5 million liquid per member. 20 years, compound growth at scale. 40 years, multi-billion status.
Religion is declining, but humanity's search for God is rising. This is not the end. This is the beginning of cosmic governance. A structure becomes a planet becomes a network, and that network becomes the conscience of our species. We build paths for those who will follow. That system is over. No crowds, no noise, no influence. Everything.
For too long, justice has been misunderstood. Not punishment, but transformation is the standard. This is Elysium Central. Here, accountability meets compassion. Every step, Every conversation moves us closer to who we can become. Hope resides here.
What if science was only half the equation? Arcane Collegium, expanding knowledge beyond the visible.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I got in? Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so proud of you. I can't believe it. Believe it. You earned this.
Hello?
Hello, this is the Office of Admissions at Arcane Collegium. I'm pleased to inform you that you've been accepted.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
This place is unreal. Feels like we stepped into a storybook, and we're in it now.
You ready?
More than ever.
At Arcane Collegium, your journey begins the moment opportunity finds you. One decision, one message, one future. Welcome to Arcane Collegium. Advancing mind, advancing humanity.
From Dubai's Solar Prime to Manhattan's Global Pinnacle, Alvarius Capital Acquisitions rises across the world. Tokyo, Singapore, Toronto. Innovation at every horizon. From South...
A global threat has emerged, and this is who responded.
At dawn, the heart of Nova Unity gathers. The father of the transformational age rises above the water, forged in bronze, gaze fixed on tomorrow. As the
In a world that trains for strength, we built a place that restores joy. This is not escape. This is calibration.
Funny when they think you don't matter. Funny when they think you won't rise. But everything changes, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
I served for years as a supervisor and disaster responder with the American Red Cross in New York City, helping families rebuild after fires and evacuations. Today, I launched the Universal Care Alliance, working along...
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest trick of control is making us police ourselves. In stores everywhere, our movements are tracked, our bodies profiled, and our people hired to watch their own. This isn't a...
Compete in truth.
The world is changing, not by chance, but by design. A new Earth is rising. Those who align with the awakening will lead in innovation, sustainability, and trust.
Our Seed Wealth Seed Trust introduces Alizon, an adaptive logic wealth system engineered to turn the Apex 144,000 into high net worth dynamos. Consistent with our...
The desperation phase is over. Every last attempt has failed. What was hidden is now returning. Order is restoring.
Heart of light. The child of the sun emerges, destined to lead.
In times of great change, clarity must lead. When one is chosen to see ahead, wisdom is found in listening. Follow the guidance of Sebastianus, not from feet.
True power is not domination, it is mastery of self. If you wish to change the world, elevate the consciousness that shapes it. Be formless, be sovereign, lead the way.
It's not about what time it is. It's about when it's time.
Every choice has a consequence. You chose the game.
Not just a contract, a covenant.
Delegates from across the globe are in Geneva tonight for the first Global Orbital Stability Summit. They're seeking a binding agreement on space traffic coordination and debris mitigation. Here's
Why do I call the Creator Dad? Because I was never alone. I was guided, corrected, protected. That's my dad.
Our arrows will blot out the sun.
Then we'll fight in the shade.
For those who lead, a covenant sealed in honor, fidelity, and purpose. The standard is higher.
To master the world, one must first master the self.
And to master the self, one must align with the divine purpose within. Power without alignment is chaos, but power guided by purpose
And when many hearts beat in that harmony,
the world changes.
Together then.
Together.
I understand now.
We are connected.
It was always within us.
Something is happening worldwide and no one can explain it.
This is not the end of the old world. This is the beginning of the true one.
The Celestial Dynasty. Your shield.
Capital isn't abstract, it's infrastructure. 5 years, 5 million liquid per member. 20 years, compound growth at scale. 40 years, multi-billion status.
The world forgot how to love. But the divine has returned with sacred guidance. Join the Celestial Institute. Restore love to the earth.
The world forgot how to love, but the divine has returned with sacred guidance. Join the Celestial Institute. Restore love to the earth.
Leadership requires clarity, stability, and trust. That's why we operate above the old world compensation paradigm. Elevated stewardship compensation framework. Resourcing responsibility. Protecting integrity.
No force has the authority to remove what God has placed on the chosen. Opposition may press, but it cannot anoint and it cannot revoke. Anointing is not fragile. Protection is not negotiable.
New era. Designed for emerging leaders and awakened changemakers, this flagship TNTI course guides you from low to high vibration. 8-module
Decree of the Celestial Order and the chosen leadership, hear the proclamation of divine vibrational sovereignty. From this day forward, all divine beings shall elevate and sustain their frequencies at the highest attainable.
First we root, we listen, we grow. This is Solum. Then we meet another light and learn to dance together. Duovera. From that harmony.
You were never meant to surrender your authority. You were conditioned to give it away. The Sovereignty Code is the field manual for the chosen. Pragmatic clarity for modern life, energetic protection without fear, boundaries with calm power.
The Catalyst Covenant holds this unshakable truth. Only God gives the anointing and only God can take it away.
Opposition may press, but it does not grant power. Resistance tests alignment on every side, yet
Felt it. The pressure, the constant test. That's the Chosen One Olympics. Honey traps. Low-level dummies thrown at you without even knowing why. Now it's confirmed. DNA studies link you to pharaohs, kings, queens.
Energy is the foundation of all creation. Before a word was spoken, before matter took shape, there was vibration, pure movement of being. Money is not power.
Within these columns, lineage is honored and conduct becomes covenant. From the seal that guards our heritage to the table where nations break bread. From the procession of sovereign vehicles to the order of every...
On this day, freedom was born. Haiti, first to rise, chosen as the nucleus of the new earth, where the future is built. TNT Initiative, our race is universal.
Protecting the divine house of Judah.
A lineage of power, refined for a new era. Power in its purest form.
They ask for success, and darkness answers. But what comes through darkness brings destruction with it. Some things are too expensive to buy.
In this family, love is power.
One of us has to die. Then it won't be me.
In the old world, loss felt like the end. But in the new understanding, nothing is ever truly lost. Connection continues.
Our competitors think they're ahead, but I know where their blind spots are. Follow my lead and we'll own this market.
Absolutely.
It began with a mark.
What is happening to me?
A call across the stars.
The sky's tearing open.
Only the chosen can stand. And you are one of them.
Let the age of abundance begin.
From alignment comes structure. From structure, mastery. And from mastery, responsibility.
TNT Initiative's beatific seal of the 144,000. To the 144,000, the chosen who carry the eternal light of the Almighty. This work is for every soul who is awake. I'm alive. And I need to say this. Greed is tearing families apart. My own relatives spread lies, told the world I was gone just to grab my inheritance. That hunger for money eats at the soul. It blinds people.
I don't remember my name.
None of us do.
We're not supposed to exist. So let's prove them wrong.
2030, we arrived at the great bifurcation. Two futures diverging before our eyes. One path of fragmentation, another of renewal. Beyond it lies 2045, the next...
Year 2030, humanity approaches what we have identified as the great bifurcation, a defining crossroad in history. One path leads to fragmentation, imbalance to Purpose Pathfinder. It's a transformational journey created to help you uncover why you're here and step boldly into it. This isn't just coaching, it's a soul-level activation that weaves spiritual...
Something is changing. The systems you know are no longer enough. A new structure is being built. Alignment, abundance, evolution, continuity. Enter and begin.